Hi crafty friends! I am back with the haul video. It's actually been about, I don't know, forever since I've filmed one. And I still have one to edit on our computer, but I had my little son back in December and he has taken up a great deal of time, and my husband has him at the moment and they're watching the gridiron. So I thought I would quickly try to start filming the remainder of my haul videos. So this one is from Hutson. And really great service. I have nothing bad to say about their service or their speed times for shipping and everything else. The only thing that I found slightly disconcerting would be their shipping costs, which is why you'll see everything in this order are only the Essentials by Ellen, simply because I can get the rest of the products I want from elsewhere, whether it's Hallmark Scrapbooking or Simon Says Stamp, or one of my other companies that I always use to get the rest of it, because they have much better shipping charges. So Ellen Hutson basically ships per dollar value, except $50 was like $25, like it was really very high shipping costs for international compared to the dollar value of goods that you're buying. So anyway, that being said, I did an order of just the Essentials by Ellen, because there is a lot of products that Julie Ebersole had designed over the last 2 or 3 years that I've been oogling over and all that sort of stuff. And Ellen Hutson had really good Black Friday sales. It was 15% off everything, and they had a special category that was already 10% off those products, so you got up to 25% off for a lot of products, which is why this order happened. And I was really happy that I had waited so long to do the order just for all of the discounts and everything, because that sort of paid for the shipping. So I sort of just got free shipping, is how I'd like to term it in my own head. And I thought it was really cute because they sent through this little colored girl, and it says "Thank you, Ellen," and it came with a little piece of ribbon as well. And I thought that's such a sweet way to say thank you. You've got this little sweetly colored little girl. It's kind of like your own little card, thank you card. So I thought that was super cute, and ribbon never goes astray. And this is a beautiful green color, so super happy and super, I don't know, I just thought this was a really nice touch. So I love that. And as far as the products go, oh, sorry, there was one thing, because I had like $3 or $4 that I could spend before I went over the next shipping cost. So I just grabbed this Stick It adhesive, which I forgot to put in my Simon Says Stamp order. And because there was no extra shipping and there was nothing else that I could fit in stamp-wise under that dollar value, I just chucked this in. So this is to be used with my really fine die cuts, so I don't have to try to stick it down with a liquid adhesive afterwards. I just want to put this on the back, then die cut it, then shove it straight on the card, and it's a time saver. So yay, finally have that. Okay, so this was my freebie that I got right off the top. It's called Spread the Sparkle. And if you spent X amount of dollars, you got this little freebie with their Black Friday specials. So this one has 3 different size sequins, sparkle, and it says spread the, and you can have sparkle, you make my world sparkle, today is a good day to sparkle, get your sparkle on, don't forget to sparkle. So lots of cool sentiments you can build up and put that in for. And I don't know, I think this would be really nice to do in like a metallic embossing powder, and then actually use metallic watercolor to color inside of it, just to get a little bit of a shimmer, or any color, and then put like the just like a shimmer pen over top of it, sort of thing. So you get, because obviously this whole thing is about sparkling. So okay, so next, these are the things that I've ordered. So this one first, it's called Season to Sparkle, and this one was designed by Julie Ebersole, and I loved the look of this one. It's I just like how everything's got that sort of geometric pattern on the inside. It looks really cool. This could be a really funky moon, and you got like a cloud, a fractured cloud. You got the 2 triangles that can be trees. You got the reindeer looking up into the sky, and it's got that whole I don't know what you call that. I'm just gonna call it, it's sort of look like a diamond. is what I think of it as. And you got 3 little mini sequins, 3 different sizes of snowflakes, some stars, and a bigger star. And the sentiments include, "'Tis the season to sparkle, Merry Christmas, may your holidays be filled with wonder and a touch of peace." I really like that one. That's super, super sweet. I like that. So I don't know, this one just sort of, it was released this year with their Christmas stuff, and seeing the cards that they had on there looked really, really amazing. They did lots of clean and simple cards, which is something I really love to do. And I like that there's a moon in this sort of geometric pattern. And you can sort of color each little thing a slightly different tone. Like if you do watercolors and you've mixed your own colors, every time you put a color in each one, it sort of draws slightly different colors. And I like that look. So that's what I'm going for there. Yeah, so that one is really fun. And the other, oh, I only got one other stamp set. Oh, I'll show you on this one. This one's also, this is one of, I don't know, this is probably a 3-year-old release. And it's called "'Tis the Season" again by Julie Ebersole. I forgot to mention, these pockets come with the stamp set. And these pockets are insanely thick. They are amazing. I forgot to say that with all of these Essentials by Ellen. They come with these really super awesome thick pockets that, I don't know, just these pockets were amazing. I'm like, oh, look at these pockets. I don't have to do anything. I can just put them straight into, I don't have to buy any of those extra pockets to put things in. They're super heavy duty. Really love them. So anyway, I was just oogling over how cool the pockets that they stamps actually come in. They're not like the flimsy little plastic, they're actual pockets. So I thought I would just mention that about an order from like in buying Essentials by Ellen products. So that was really fun. Okay, back to the stamp set. Okay, so this stamp set was designed by Julie Ebersole, and it probably came out 3 years ago, and I've sort of seen a lot of stamps, but I never did an order with Ellen Hutson, so I haven't got it yet. But I still really love it, even though it's an older stamp set. If you go on to Julie Ebersole's blog, and back to when she released it, you'll see some really funny cards, and really clean and simple, and I don't know, they just sort of, I loved it. I like this sort of stamp set would be great for masculine cards, that's how I see it anyway. Because you got this sort of weird looking Santa, not cutesy at all, with the sunglasses, and it's got naughty or nice, and I love this one, Saw That Santa. He knows, stashing through the snow. I like those sort of sentiments. They're sort of, you know, can be made a little bit funny. Then you got this sweater, which I want to stamp onto pattern paper, and then just shade it with like a cool gray Copic marker, and then have it's beginning to look like it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, because you know everyone's wearing their ugly Christmas sweaters. You got the gingerbread man with a bite taken out, and it's got "Oh Snap," also cool. You got the tangled Christmas lights, which almost everyone has to deal with, and again you can use "It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas" or "Time to get merry." You got the tree on the top of the roof of the car, all these sorts of things, and you got like, you know, "Happy Holidays" and "'Tis the Season" as well. So I really love this stamp set for just the clean, simple, masculine type Christmas cards. Not cutesy at all. The sentiments are quite funny. Yeah, so anyway, love the stamp set. And then the rest of the order is actually dies. Would you believe? All designed by Julie Ebersole. So I'll go through all of these. Now this one here is called Brushstroke Hello, and I just loved the font. It's a really thick font. It does look like, you know, you was paint like a brush, like a hello written with a brush sort of thing. Also, again, mentioning the pockets, really cool pockets. They come with magnet paper already attached, so it's basically you've got it and you're good to go. So that's awesome. And this one I think came out like last year or something, so it's not a brand new release. But I also got it to go with some other sets that I'll show you just in a second. So my other word die was this one here, and it says Believe, and you can tell by this die that it's a really fine font. So it's quite delicate and everything else. And I went through all my dies, and I don't have anyone that says Believe, which should, you know, considering I have so many stamps out there that aren't just Christmas related, but say, you know, fairies or mythical creatures, you know, like the Loch Ness Monster from Lawn Fawn and all those sorts of things. You can easily use Believe to go with any of those stamp sets. So I really wanted this die, and I looked through, you know, other designers or other brands, and yeah, no, I just really like this font the most. So I grabbed this one as well. This one is really cool. It's, oh, sorry, this one is called Believe Script. And this one's called Antlers. Again, Julie Ebersole. I really liked, I do have one other antler stamp set, but it's sort of connected in between. So it's just, these ones sort of come separate. So you can, yeah, I mean, I could cut the other ones apart, but these are different size from what I already had. And I really like the design. The other ones are slightly different, and I really just wanted them. You can see how I easily convinced myself to get them. And they weren't very expensive, these two dies. So the die is connected, but they actually die cut separately. And I like that because you can put it behind a critter's head or separately. I really like the idea of using these with like either gold metallic paper or the glitter paper sort of thing. I think that'll look really, really nice. Especially you can use like the sentiment sparkle if you're using sort of glitter paper with these, or yeah, all sorts of things. And again, they sort of go well with sort of this stamp set here that came in the same release. So I really loved the way they use these two in combination. Definitely check out Ellen Hutson's Designs blog, because they did some really cool cards with these antlers back in November. I think it would have been late October or November that they showed them. But yeah, I really just like this idea. I also want to use the antlers and cut them out of my wood grain. I've got actual wood grain, like wood paper, that I still haven't used. I bought it like a year and a half ago, maybe even 2 years ago. All these great ideas, but then I've been hoarding it. So I was thinking, oh, well, these little antlers will look really cool stamped out in that cherry wood paper that I've got. And then used on like a white background card, that sort of thing. Yeah, definitely wanted to get that. Now, these two, showing them together, I'll just check they actually, yep, they fit on the camera. Back, whoa, I'm going to say September. That's what I'm going to say, August, September. They're on Jennifer McGuire's blog. She featured the release for Ellen Hutson, and she showed some really cool things that you could do with these two in conjunction, and I was just sold on these two dies ever since then. So I'll just go through, yes, I sort of want to use them together, so I've got them out here together, but I'll just explain this one first. So this one is basically your stitches. So you can cut them apart, and you can have individual stitches. You can see that I haven't bothered cutting mine apart because I want to use them together. Since then, Ellen Hutson has also released a die background, like the full background of like the similar pattern, but like an actual background die. So it doesn't cut anything, it just imprints. Same with this one, it doesn't actually cut anything, it just sort of makes this pattern in the paper. But I actually don't want to take a full background. I wanted these, just this one, not the background die, because I want to only do it apart, sorry, that just didn't come out. I want to use this die only on part of the card, or at an angle, or like straight up and down, and have like as rain, sort of only put this cloud at the top, and these little designs will be the rain falling from it, sort of thing. So that's why I wanted to get this one and not the background one, because I have I want to do other things with it. I don't really, at this stage, I don't see myself using them individually, but obviously I can easily cut them apart and use them individually. But for what I want to do with them at the moment, I thought it'd be easier to leave them connected. Okay, and then this one I want to use with it, and the cool thing about this are these two panels here, and the fact that you can cut them out of a multiple colors of paper, whether it's rainbow or one sparkle, like silver gold, whatever color combination you want. You cut multiples of these panels, and then you cut like you can either leave them as a square panel, or you can cut them again into a shape sort of thing. Like you'll have a plain piece of you know, printer paper just for the, you know, your printer behind, and then you'll glue on all of your colors, and then you'll run it through the die cut machine again with one of these, with a different image. It could be anything. So like this die cut comes with clouds, but if you had another die cut that would fit in this panel, definitely you could do it with that. So I really loved these two panels here. They sort of mirror each other as well. So obviously if you're going to use this one, the little starburst is coming from the more right side, and then this one is coming from the left side, or you can use them together and sort of have like this, you know, all out sort of starburst. So anyway, really, really like it. The other cool thing is when they're cutting this, it doesn't actually cut individual pieces, so when you pull it out, they're sort of already sort of stuck together slightly. You can easily, it's just to make things easier when you're placing things together, just so you don't lose all the pieces and they're sort of together. It also comes with 2 lightning bolts and 2 bits of rain. And I would totally recommend looking at Jennifer Maguire's blog from when she was showcasing these dies, because the samples she did were amazing, and that really explains better, because she's actually showing you as she's going through what you can do with these dies. Because originally I would have looked at that, nah. Then see Jennifer Maguire's blog and say, oh my god, you can do that with these? Wow, love it. So anyway, got those. This one here was actually just sort of stuck to the other one, and it's another word die, and it just says joy, and it's called Brushstroke Joy. Actually, sorry, I didn't tell you what the names were. This was Silver Linings, and this one here is Stitch Lines. So again, it's a it's brush strokey, like you're painting with the brush, sort of joy. And joy is a nice word. You can be using it for Christmas or birthdays or any happy event, you know, weddings, celebrating thingies like that. So I just thought it was a really nice word, and I love the font. And because I was trying to fill as many things in up to that shipping rate, I'm like, ooh, I'll just grab this one. So that is my order from Essentials by Ellen. Anyone overseas, I mean, if you can wait till Black Friday next year to put in another order, you definitely get some discounts, and it makes it sort of worthwhile paying that extra shipping. So yeah, I think this will be sort of a company that I might order from once a year when they have their massive specials on, and just get a few things that are strictly only, you know, exclusive to Ellen. But yeah, that's this order. Let's see if I can go on to the next one.